Jaxson, your first SEC game, this was a wild crowd. Can you just kind of take us through the emotions of a game like this, and what does it mean to get a win like this?
Yeah. Well, personally, I've never played in a game this big or been in front of a crowd or an atmosphere like this. So it was definitely an experience that, I'll forever remember. This stuff's addicting. So, I look forward to, what else is in store. And it means so much to our team. You see us face adversity in the different phases of the game, offense, defense, and special teams, and you just see us find a way to grit it out and get a win, which was huge. And, we're just going to continue to get better.
Take us through your emotions, your perspective there on the sideline when the defense is trying to make stops there at the end after Kentucky got down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, for me, honestly, I was pretty calm until they had the big play. I go against them every single day. I've been in countless numbers of 2-minute drives against them, and they're so hard, to drive down against in 2 minutes, even at practice. So, I know that if it's tough for our offense to do that, then it's going to be really tough for another team's offense to do it. So, I had all the confidence in the world that, we were just going to find a way, and, found a way.
When you got inside, or when they got inside the 10 there at the end, were you watching through your fingers? Were you turned around? Just kind of how are you experiencing those last kind of plays?
I was biting my nails. Yeah. I was going pretty hard on my nails.
Just Lane was talking a little bit about needing to finish those last couple of drives in the third and fourth quarter. What can you guys do to improve when you guys get close and aren't finishing?
Yeah, I thought that's been part of our offense that we've been really, really efficient and really good at so far this year. We just had some slip-ups and just made some mistakes we usually don't really make down inside the red zone and finishing drives. So, like I said, it's a learning experience for us. That's a really good team that we played against. So, sometimes you face, just things that don't really happen sometimes, and, it's a good learning experience for us because we're just going to carry it moving forward.
I know you like to kind of have that not satisfied mentality, but considering kind of the non-conference schedule, do you kind of feel like a sense of legitimacy now that you knocked off, a top 15, top 10 opponent?
Yeah, for sure. I think that we've all known how good that, this team can be. You see spurts of it every single game. There's times where we're more consistent throughout the game than another game, but you see spurts where, we look like we're one of the best teams in the country. And so, I know the levels that we can reach as a team. We just got to find a way to keep moving forward and continue to grow consistency with one another.
As you said, you do face this defense almost day in, day out. How have you seen them grow and improve over these 4 weeks of regular season?
Yeah, it's been really cool. Our team has a lot of new faces and a lot of new guys that are filling roles, especially on the defensive side from last year. And, I would just say that our coaches have really developed us really well and prepare us really well each and every week. And they put a really good game plan for us. And, our defense has a ton of energy. And, that's something that we feed off of as the whole team. So, those times where they make big plays, it helps the whole team. And you're seeing it just like we are. They're getting better each and every week. And I think that they're surprising a lot of people. They're not surprising us, but they're surprising a lot of people, and they're making big plays.
Did you notice anything about the crowd other than how loud they were? I mean, there were some fights up there. Did you actually see any of that, or what did you notice about the crowd?
There were fights. Were they like fights between Ole Miss, or Ole Miss, Kentucky? Wow. I guess people are just really passionate. I love that part. So, I hope to see that moving forward. And, I love the passion that Oxford has and the fan base around Ole Miss. I hope nobody gets hurt or anything. But, it was an awesome crowd, and I loved it for all 4 quarters, which was huge.
The pass to Malik going across the field near the sideline was the one he almost came down with the first time, the one he caught the second time. Was that the exact same play?
Yeah. Yeah. They didn't make really big adjustments, so we caught him in it and made him pay.
Who said let's be sure and run that again?
Yeah, absolutely. When you got guys who can make plays like that, you want to do a lot of the same stuff, and when they're not going to make an adjustment, we're going to go right at them.
I asked Coach Kiffin, but I'll also ask you. Last week he stressed that he really wanted you to focus on your passing game and not your rushing you did that today. How did that feel to kind of change up how you did last week?
Yeah, well, as I just kind of reflect on the game, there's definitely a lot of things that I need to improve on, whether it just be some timing or footwork, things that I can clean up. So I definitely have plays in the back of my mind that I wish I really had back and could have been some, game-changing plays for us. So I'm just going to carry it moving forward and, starting tomorrow, try to fix those things and prepare for the next week to get better at it.
Jaxson, as this season has progressed, of course, you get a big win as you enter SEC play. I guess in your eyes, is it a relief knowing that plays can be made on defense and special teams, so you're not going to say, hey, I got to, do all this stuff, in my first year. You can kind of relax a little bit and know, hey, I have a team around me.
Right, absolutely. I think that's huge. That's part of having a great team is when you're able to, when things aren't working out in one game or for one person during, for a unit or a team, the others can back you up. And I think that just helps the whole confidence of everybody, just being able to lean on one another. And that's part of having, like I said, it's part of having a great team and, building a great culture.
Last week after the game, Lane said that he had seen you kind of improve more the last few weeks than you had when you got here, in last spring. How comfortable are you right now compared to where you were?
I would say mentally I'm way more comfortable. I compete every day that I'm out there, so the competition thing doesn't really get into my head as much, and I'm able to just go out and just play ball and just have a ton of fun doing it. And I think that's been probably the biggest thing.
And just kind of going off that, talking about last week, where really none of y'all were really happy about last week's win. I know you want to talk about work on going into the Monday practice, but because of, that win last week, did it kind of feel different preparation-wise going into this week, or was it just basically the exact same?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that our whole team felt that we needed to have a sense of urgency going into the week and to clean up the mistakes that we made in the past game. And, I thought that this week as a whole team, that it was one of our very best weeks. And, for example, we had our Fast Friday yesterday, and it was one of the best Fast Fridays that we've had since we've been here. So, I think that we just got to keep having that mindset each and every week.
Jackson, Malik was just here, and he was talking about your chemistry between you two. Can you just talk about how your chemistry has grown with the receiving group as a whole these past few weeks?
Yeah, I think it's something that's really neat. I've never had previous experience playing with these guys. For example, like Jalen and Flash and Malik, like those guys, we didn't even get time together in spring, and Mingo was down in spring with injury, so we're all still new with each other, and I think it's pretty cool that we've been able to, grow such a great chemistry between each other, and it's just really exciting because it's just going to continue to grow, and we're just going to keep getting better as a team, which, I think that, the limit is like untouchable for us. We can be so good, so I'm really excited for what's to come.
Lane kind of echoed what you just said, that if this team kind of can click, they'll keep doing special things. I mean, y'all just beat a top 10 opponent. What's helped y'all click so quickly to, again, play as well as you did against a top-tier opponent? I would say a huge thing, we were kind of talking about this in the locker room, is just how tight we are as a team. Our chemistry between each other is just really good on and off the field. You have so much time in a day where you're just focused on football and you're just with your teammates, and we love every minute of it. There's nothing else that we'd rather be doing. So when you have that friendship and that bond between each other, that really shows in a game like this where you just got to find a way to grit it out and win. And if a team's not like that, they're not going to win. So I think that says a lot.
All right. Thanks, Jackson.
Thank you, guys.
We'll have Ivy and